Right, I'm just making a quick video. This is a car review on the Vauxhall Astra. This is a 1.2 3-cylinder, the 145 brake horsepower 3-cylinder Astra. This is a Astra Elite. I've had the car about about 2 years, and I just wanted to, if anybody's thinking of buying one second hand, just to give you a quick review and my thoughts on the car. When I was looking at the time, I was looking at like Mazda 3s and things like that, but the car was it was, I think it was about 2 years old. It was about 2 years old, and it had 5,000 miles on the clock. It was somebody who'd bought the car from new. He'd passed away, and then the car had been left to his daughter. So actually, on the vehicle registration document, there was two owners on a car that was like 2 years old, and it'd done 5,000 miles. Generally, I don't think the car's too bad. There is one or two problems with it, which I'm a bit worried about the sort of the 3-cylinder engine and how long it will last. But just to give you a general sort of look round, one of the unusual things about the car is the battery is in the boot. So when you come into the boot, you can lift the boot floor where you'd expect to find a spare wheel, but actually there's an inflation kit, and there is your battery located in there, because there's not a lot of room in the engine compartments. What I'll do, I'll just start it up. Just to give you an idea of what it's like. So inside it's quite nice. You get like a nice sound system, no CD player, but it's got a DAB radio, and this is an Elite nav, so you get sat nav as well, which is sort of quite handy. Leather seats, you get leather seats, but really, apart from that, on the Elite nav, you don't get anything else. You don't get any parking sensors. You don't get any cameras. It's got a forward camera up here built into this, which has got like collision warning. So if you're driving under 40 and there's something in the road in front of you, it will sound an alert. An alert comes on the screen, sort of thing. But the biggest problem I've had with the car, is this. That engine management light. Now, when I first had the car, it would come on if you sort of like were driving in the wrong gear or something like that. The engine management light would come on, and after about sort of 15, I think it's 30 starts, I think. So after about a week, it would reset and it would go out, and then you'd be okay again until the next time that you were in the wrong gear or something like that. But mine now has stayed on. So, for the past sort of like three weeks, the engine management light's been on, and I find that quite annoying. The thing with the car is, you always seem to be in the wrong gear. So it's a 6-speed manual, but if you're used to having a 4-cylinder car or a 5-cylinder car sort of thing, I always think when you're driving through a 30-mile-an-hour limit, I like to be in 4th gear, and in this, there's no way you can do that. Like the gears are set sort of very, very high. So if you're doing 30, you would expect to be in third gear, you've got no chance of getting it in fourth. And then probably from sort of 30 to 40, you're in fourth. From you know, from sort of like 50, you're in fifth, and then maybe, you know, like 55, something like that, you can get it into sixth. But the gearing is very odd. You know, I mean, I had like, I've had Fiats and things like that, and I had a Fiat Coupe 20 valve turbo, and I could probably get down to fifth gear in a 30 mile an hour limit, you know, because the engine was that smooth and that flexible. But these 3-cylinder engines are not like that. You know, you need to be, it's like, say, the gearing's all wrong. Don't get me wrong, it pulls well. It's 145 brake, it pulls well, it's smooth. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll start it up. When you start it up, I don't know if we can get any engine sound, but it does sort of idle because it's a 3-cylinder. It does sort of idle slightly rough. You know, I don't know if you can hear that, but they do sort of like, you know, when they're idling, they're a little bit rough, sort of thing. You know, as I say, you know, if I had the choice of buying one again, if I could have gone back in time 2 years ago. And you know, gone, right, what am I doing? Am I buying this Astra, or am I buying a Mazda 3? I'd have bought a Mazda 3. I wouldn't have bought this Astra. I think this will probably be the last Vauxhall that I will buy, because, like I said, you know, this engine management light thing that's coming on is you know, pissing me off, basically. I think a car, I've only done 21,000 miles, and I think a car that hasn't done many miles, and then you know, you got your engine management light on, is a bit of a joke, really. But apart from that, you know, if you are thinking of buying one, I'll show you how much room's in the back. I've got a child seat in here, look, so that sort of gives you an idea how much room you've got. So it's not too bad, you know, with a sort of a child seat in. You know, you can get a child seat in the back, you know, quite reasonably. Yeah, so you know, apart from, you know, sort of me worrying about the longevity of the engine, and obviously the engine management light and the gearing being a bit peculiar, apart from that, I think it's not too bad. You know, if you've not got a lot of money and you think, oh, I'll buy an Astra because they're cheap, you know, then maybe, you know, they're not too bad. But like I said, I think this will be the last Vauxhall that I own. Do you know what I mean? Right, I'll just show you in the boot. As I say, the boots, I don't know if you can see, the boot's a fair old size. It's not too bad, the boot. So yeah, you know, so that's all I'm doing. That's just my quick review of a Vauxhall Astra. I think they called it Vauxhall Astra Light. This is the 1.2 3-cylinder 145 brake horsepower. Okay, cheers, bye.